let's go. Mental health. When people in Nigeria hear mental health, you say, the next thing you think about is what? The man on the streets, right? The man on the streets naked eating junks, yeah? But that's not it. As a matter of fact, mental health is determining the level at which most businesses are operating more than any other thing. And that's why they say mental health is the new wealth. Okay? So the question is, what is mental health? Because a lot of people that are wearing suits, tie, high issue, makeup, they are not actually mentally healthy. True. So what is mental health? Who can try? Yes, sir. Soundness of mind. Yeah? Instead of your what? Your mind. And let me give you the World Health definition of what health organization definition of mental health. Mental health is anchored on 4 things. And that's why every entrepreneur must take it seriously. Number 1, it is a state of well-being where an individual or an entrepreneur, will be saying entrepreneur, Lord, actualizes his or her potential. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're not actualizing your potential on a daily basis, you are not mentally healthy. Number 2, this is definition. You realize your potential. Number 2, you are able to cope with the normal pressure and the tension of life. The tension of your business, the pressure it brings, your capacity to cope and adapt well. Number 3 is your capacity to contribute to the society. And number 4, your capacity to work productively and fruitfully. So mental health, 4 things. You are able to tackle the normal difficulties of life. If you are not able to adapt well to the pressure of life, the pressure your business is bringing, you are not mentally healthy. And that's why to help Nigerian context, I don't call it mental health, I call it mental fitness. Your business is at the mercy of your mental fitness, especially in the Nigerian environment. Number 2, how aware are you and how are you actualizing your potential? Number 4, how are you working productively? That's mental health. So by this definition, how many people have mentally health in Nigeria? How many people are mentally ill? In Nigeria today, it is said that statistically, even that one, I used to say, it's more than that. 1 out of every 4 Nigerians is battling depression. And they say, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have at least 3 people here that are battling depression. See, okay, I'll get there. As an entrepreneur, you must protect your mental health with all your life. Because once it sets in, it erodes your business, like from your own standpoint. So, he said that depression is the second leading cause of death, disability, and diseases. And by 2030, it's going to be the leading cause globally. So more people will be dying and falling sick because of depression. Sir? So, but because of this, I will talk about stress, anxiety, and depression. Well, and I want to do that within 10 minutes so that we can talk about resilience. Now let's look at stress, anxiety, and most times, stress is always a precursor to anxiety. Who is not stressed here? Who is not stressed here? Go ahead and stress you. Anybody? Talk to me now. Who is not stressed here? Nigeria. So we are all stressed out. Okay, so you say you are stressed here. What is stress? When you say you are stressed, what do you mean, man? No, to you. When you say you are stressed, what do you mean?
Well, when I'm like very, very tired and exhausted.
When you're tired and exhausted. Also, yes, sir. What do you mean by when you say you're stressed? So she said, why she's tired and exhausted, how much she's stressed?
Yeah, if I have a lot of tasks and jobs that I don't deliver in the day, and then I find out that I'm just about 50% be able to eat and feel stressed.
You feel stressed when you have an overload
Yes,
of tasks. Yeah, what do you want to
Stress, I believe, is the thing that what draws your energy.
What's the energy? Just speak.
Yes.
Do you know that as entrepreneurs, you have to have this mindset that life, the pressure of the market does not have the capacity to stress you. No, but let me not say stress you. Yes, does not have the capacity to stress you. Life was designed, life respects you so much because you are so powerful that life does not have the capacity to stress you. The pressure of the market, the targets you have that you have to meet, the bills that you have that are rising, or the demands of work and all those things cannot stress you. You know what? At their best, even the stress of your husband and wife or wife, the stress of family that you think is there, those things cannot stress you. You know what stresses me? Okay, now give me this screen. What stresses me? The way you are responding and reacting to the events of life. Life events. What is happening in your business? Those pressures, the highest they can be, we call them stressors. Stressors. What is stressing you is the way you have been reacting and responding to the stressors of life. And this definition, when you understand this, it changes. As entrepreneurs, you must understand and you must learn how to react properly to life. I don't want that word react, respond properly to life. So now, it's actually good, stress is actually good because you need a level of stress. The body needs a level of stress to survive. But let me show you something. Okay, this is the definition of stress. The response, when you are interpreting and you are responding to life, is what is stressing you. And let's give an example. Let's say on Saturday you went for a party, and everybody you had fun. You had so much fun. And you were coming back from the party by 2 p.m. and you were enjoying yourself. All of a sudden you met traffic on the road. Traffic, and you were in that traffic for the next 6 hours or 8 hours. When you get back, what will happen to you?
Be drained.
Drained. Well, tired. Why? When you were in traffic, were you carrying cement? Were you boxing? When you were in traffic, were you walking? You were in your car, AC. Why were you tired?
Because we were stagnant for a very long period.
Why? Why? Because you were enjoying the situation. And let's give another example. Let's say when that child, maybe you go to that traffic, you're an announcement that for every minute you spend in this traffic, we are going to give you $100. 9
hours. I don't want it.
I will back.
I will sleep there.
What changed?
Reward.
Same traffic. Same traffic. The first instance you were stressed out. You were tired. Second instance you were like, can we do more of this? So what changed? Let me tell you why. You lose energy when you lose control of your emotions. Emotions is called energy in motion. When you lose control over your emotion, why? You lose control over your emotions in the traffic. You go angry. You go unhappy. You go worried. You go anxious. The day you are so worried, that day you will be more tired.
True.
The day you are so angry, that day you will be more tired. That day that like that your body happy that day. You lose energy. When you are in life itself is time and energy. Stress. And this is what is killing a lot of entrepreneur businesses at the core of it. You know that's what is your capacity of not being able to control. Some entrepreneurs, what they built for 5 years, 10 years, within 30 seconds, within 5 minutes, it's happening. Because you don't have the capacity to control your emotions. And that stress is your what? Reaction to life. So I don't think too much of stress management, I think more of stress mastery. Mastering stress. And what do you mean by mastery says is mastering your response to life. As an entrepreneur, you must know how to respond to life. So you have to master it. So let's look at it. Let's read it together. Can we see this? Let's read it together. 1, 2, go.
What makes this society and the natural is far in excess of the actual world of this. Among all my autopsies, I have performed over 1,000. I have never seen a person who died of old age. In fact, I do not think anyone has died of old age. We rarely die because one vital part has worn out too early in proportion to the rest of the body as a result of stress.
And this is the father of pathology. It's the man that coined the word stress. He has performed over 1,000 companies. He said nobody has ever died of old age. You know why? Because people die because one organ of the body has aged. Faster than that because of what? There was a man, I've not mentioned it, I don't know if you already know, he died at the age of 62. I thought he's a man who was a popular man at the age of 62. To mention his name. And please, you can delete this out there from the video. Now, he died at the age of 62. They did autopsy for him, they took him out and did autopsy. They found that he died of heart attack. And they did surgery and then autopsy for him. And they found that his heart, and what they call chronological age and biological age. Chronological age, you are 42 years old. Biological age is different, and some of the hospitals are doing in Nigeria. They want the biological date to the organ. Right, his organ was 104. His heart, 104 years. He died at 62. His heart was 104 years. Entrepreneurs, what part of your organ are you stressing? It is said, and let me show you something. 75% of doctors' diseases stress related by the Center for Disease Control in the US. 75 to 90%. But let me show you something. I'll pass this. Look at this. And you can say, I'm angry. This night is making me angry. You can't do that. See, anger is affecting your liver. Bitterness of gallbladder, grief and sadness. You make loss. And you don't understand how to respond to that loss properly as an entrepreneur. Beyond the fact that you are going to shut down your brain from thinking and creating options. I tell people, see, the decision makes a man. But the truth matter is that a man is weak on his decision if he cannot create options. And what stress and not able to handle emotion does, there's a part of your brain called amygdala. Once your body starts generating too much of energy and you can't just control over it, the amygdala shut down. So you cannot go into what they call deep thinking mode. You can't generate options anymore. When you are worried, can you think? No. When you are angry, when you are sad. But beyond that, you are affecting your health. Grief and sadness affect the heart and lungs. Feeling vulnerable, feeling abandoned, you are affecting your small intestine. Fear, your kidney. No self-esteem, feeling rejection, your pancreas. Your emotions, it is said this, I would say it in energy psychology. Your bodily pain takes the shape of the emotional pain. And it also happens in organization. The prevalent emotion threatening and partner organization will definitely reflect the result of that organization. So look at these things. The trigger emotions. Look at the diseases they cause. Emotion of fear. Look at what they cause. Worry and anxiety affects this. Go off time, I can't go into some that I've told you. Everything that is happening in your emotion affects your body. Alright? So the earlier you know how to manage your emotions, the better. So these are the stress, your heart. See somebody that is always, you are an entrepreneur, you're always, if you have issues with identity, most likely, any spot you have source in your mouth. When you see a child that always having something, that most likely has an identity crisis. And ask question, no. I don't look at me like you don't believe. Tell me, because you know why in Nigeria we are not privy to all this information. It's because of in Nigeria we are programmed to spiritualize and mystify anything we cannot explain.
True.
In advanced nations, before they perform surgery, a major surgery, they do what they call forgiveness therapy. Anyone that is bleeding emotionally will most likely bleed. Wow. So examples of stressors for entrepreneurs, these are some examples of stressors. So what determines your stress level is your response. So I'm going to rush this. So the reason I tell people, and I tell entrepreneurs, when you come, sir, I did a therapy session on Thursday, and this woman has not been able to really do well in business, or not, she hasn't left her business, because once you don't take care of your mind, you are getting still get to you. Business will not go on. Or that your sport, but when you are not in a structure, will suffer. I tell you, emotions are just chemicals. Emotions are not reasonable. Why? Emotions are chemicals in your body. Emotions are just biochemicals in your body. They're not reasonable. When you are sad, when there is a sadness biochemical moves in your body. And that's why you cannot allow your emotions to control you as an unconscious. So when you don't understand, let me explain. Let's say you got home and bed tired, you're so tired. You can't even plug your shoe and you just like lay down on the chair and somebody just shout, or you just eat a lion's wrap.
You will get sick.
Where did the energy come from? The hormone now, this is what comes like adrenaline. So that's what happens. Those things happen when you are love is not an emotion. You can say you love your wife and your wife did something sweet for you in the morning. The happiness not chemical is released. The happiness chemical is released. That same wife in the afternoon, this sometimes you're angry. The same person. What's the difference? Chemical. When you understand this, it also changes your response to life. So something happened in the market, a disruption in the market. The next thing, your emotions get triggered. But as an entrepreneur, when you understand this, when you about resilience and going there, when you understand this, you understand that what is happening in your body, if you can control what is happening in you, what is happening outside, it is said. Do you know what sinks a ship? What sinks a ship? The storm cannot sink the ship. The storm that gets into the ship, that what? As long as you know you can control, you are going to survive. Alright, so let's go. So these are symptoms of, I will not dwell on this because I want to really talk about this. So these are symptoms of stress. Symptoms of stress. Alright, now let me just give this one. We call it stress pocket, stress alimentation. Life will keep pointing to you. This pocket represents your mind and your body. Represent your mind and your body. Keep pointing. If you don't open the tap of yoga, meditation, rest, relaxation, laughing, having a lot of relationships, exercise, eating good food, healthy eating, sleep. If this bucket gets full of, they are going to break down. In Nigeria, we don't sleep. Even in the sleep, we are fighting. Relaxation, education, don't relax. Entrepreneurs who have to learn this thing. If your mind is working well, your brain is generating options on a daily basis, you're able to apply, your business will grow. And the best time is when things are tough, I'm getting there. So how to deal with stress, please take notes, alright? Let's take notes. Eat well, eat food. There's some kind of food you eat that will take away happiness from your body. There's a lot of food you eat that anger will be easy for you to be angry. There's a lot of food you eat that you eat oily food, you easily get worried. There has nothing from that day where it's not for today. So when you get to learn faster, then you will put those components for you to get to know. So why is this important? The business environment is a VUCA business environment. Life itself is in VUCA. The business environment is kind of what are we saying? Things are getting more complex. Doing business in Nigeria is getting more complex. Many multiple decision factors. If you want to make a decision, like you want to relocate, you have to think about many things. Look at the information Mr. Disney was bombarding you. You're like, you don't take. Although just what? Complex. Volatile. Information volatility is so much. Anything can happen. Tomorrow can wake up tomorrow. And one policy, your business is finished.
True. Okay.
Now, because people like, why is resilience important? Anything can happen. Your competitive throne cannot break up something tomorrow, and that's it. They've changed the market. Customer taste is changing. Today they want it, but tomorrow they don't want it again. And if I'm an entrepreneur, you are not resilient, you get there, you are going to be grounded. Organizations, even as organizations, they are really investing in how to build resilience because anything can happen. Just being the 12 model of international organizations left Nigeria. People lost their jobs. People lost businesses. When we come back again to the office, come and see us. Container don't go. I'll seize my container. You know what is happening. So this is very important. So I'm going to rush now. Anxiety and that issue. Everybody here, you are dealing with the level of anxiety. That in Nigeria has that kind of feeling. Let's say you are into the container business. And you know your container is coming. You know that kind of agitating feeling. Or you have a pitch, you want to sell to a major client. Now feeling that feeling of that life of anxiety. The problem is if you are anxious, anxiety is normal. If you don't have capacity to be anxious, I need to come and check you. Life happens and you have to want to be anxious. But when and that feeling does not leave you, or any slightest trigger, you are anxious, there is a problem. And there are different types of anxiety issues. Alright? Enough and at the core, sometimes you're like, it's not like I don't know this thing, I'm not competent enough. But at the core, what is troubling you and your emotions? So there are different types of anxiety disorders. Panic disorder. They want to make your biggest sale, for your heart start palpitating, you need to go to the exam and committing. It's a mental health issue. You lost a client or you lost one big money 2 years ago, you have not recovered it today. Post-traumatic stress. You had a heavy loss in your business and it's still affecting you today. And there are some businesses like that. Every year you must have a major loss. Because there's a power in memory, I told you memory. Once you experience something, the probability that you will experience it again is very high. And if you don't know how to deal with it, so you see a business every 3 months you have a major loss. The entrepreneur needs to ask for help. So symptoms of anxiety. Symptoms of anxiety. Alright? So what depression? Let's go to depression. I want to beg, and that's why as much as I want to beg you, you are very privileged to be here. Take your mental health seriously. The thing about depression that is feared the most is that once depression sets in, it erodes your passion. One of the biggest signs of depression is that something you like, you are so interested in before and passion, when depression comes in, you lose that interest. You don't understand. When I saw my depression, I love football. I watch football. I saw people. When depression came, ask him, you know, I like football before. All of a sudden, me like football. Till today, even when you are not healed, it's kind of very difficult to go back to your passion. Today, I'm okay now, up today. I don't football. I can't sit down to watch football for what? So you have to be careful. But this is the passion for you have your business now. You are not careful. Because what I just showed you about this stuff, where the world is going now, you're not careful. You're not responding well. You don't master your response to life, response to the business environment. You don't master it well, you may get to this point. So that's why Mr. Wade has brought this session. Alright? So the question is more than just a feeling of sadness. Sad, you can be sad. If money can clear your sadness, you're not depressed. Alright? Why don't you say I'm depressed? I also test them one simple question. And so I send 5 million into your account now. You cannot give test. I just broke.
Major depression.
I just broke.
Money can cure anything.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. The most respectful reward I've done. So, those alright, so there are different types of depression. Alright? And so we need to check this well. It's very, very important. So let me just talk about the signs of depression and we go. So, if over the past 2 weeks you have little or no interest in the things that you once found interesting, alright? Someone found pleasurable all of a sudden, you just start losing interest. Could be a sign you're battling depression. But this thing about depression is that at least 5 of these will be present. The first 3 should be present. Then 5. So the first 2 actually. Or you are socially withdrawing yourself. All of a sudden, you that you like talking to them, looking for money, right? All of a sudden you just what's this here? You are feeling sad down, sad, worthless, and I tell business people, whenever even when you lose something, I'm not saying you should not mourn about it, I don't not cry. But max 3 days. Max 1 week. Because once your brain gets used, and I'll get there, when your brain gets used to that chemical of sadness, it's very difficult to bring it out of you. Okay? So feeling down, worthless, you are falling, you have trouble sleeping, or you are sleeping too much, you are feeling tired, you can't stand for too long. If you are a man here, every 3, 4 months, you have typhoid and malaria, you will treat it and come back. Okay, say that about the depression.
Please keep treating, so that I can keep selling.
Alright. So you have trouble concentrating to be that you are battling depression. So without all these signs of suicide, please back on the suicide these days, the rate is getting faster. Just 2 days ago, somebody wanted to jump into the
He jumped, he said.
you jumped here?
Yeah, but
Because of woman, when you jump inside.
Don't say stupid. Don't say that.
Because of woman.
Don't say that.
Because it not affect you, because you have common heart, Abi.
So because of guest men, don't be white.
Bro, not reason that way.
But he said that it's not the
Maybe they don't dey tell you now.
I'm just telling you now.
The time when brother condom not dey sell.
Why? Emotion, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. A couple of things are entrepreneurs. I wish I pray I get there. Is you must have empathy. The genius of businesses. Let me tell you, if you want to make more money, you must have empathy. Alright, empathy is your ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes. You want to be able to generate more ideas. You want to be innovative, like we talked to you about standing out. You put yourself in the customer's shoes. Jeff Bezos, that's one of the way they think. So as an entrepreneur, you don't talk that way. You are empathetic. Fast change without no clear with that. What you need to be able to tackle the volatility of this area, you need vision that makes you agile. Alright? Because the effect of this thing is that the risk is high. The risk of doing business is high. Instability is so high. So you have to, and that's why you have to be, okay, let me come back to that. That's what I'm going to. See, bad things happen to good people. It's called life. Look at me. Like if I did my business, you can do business where I just want government policy. Your business is well done. You did all the things they taught you today, you structure well, you do everything well and everything. One factor that is beyond your control does not. But how do you explain natural disaster? How do you explain that? Anything can happen. How do you explain war? Okay, you have done everything, you have already done, you did all your everything is intact. How do you explain war? Can you control it? No. There are no factors out of your control. Out of my control. And that's why we have to build, we ourselves must be resilient entrepreneurs and we have to build resilient businesses. Alright, so bad things happen. We know bad things happen to bad people. Bad things happen to bad businesses. Yes, they are not well structured and all that. But even good businesses, bad things happen. Alright? So what do you do? That's why you have to prepare. If you don't prepare as an entrepreneur, you will despair. And your heart must not be empty by your brain. You have to prepare your business too for disruptions. Because you can't pray away the disruptions. You can't pray them away. You can't pray away problems. And you know it's going to happen. It's life. What you can do is to prepare. And I used to tell people this, and it's very important. Life will not get easier or for you. You are the one that will get stronger. Your life will become easier, your business will become easier because you became what? Stronger. And that's why I've come to challenge you start to train your brain. Everybody say, train your brain, train your brain.
Train your brain.
So how prepared are you for the next disruption in your business? How prepared are you for the next disruption in your market? Like, for example, condom. What is Nigeria government? I don't know. I get no more condom to Nigeria. What do you do? You that sell rice and all their business and money is in function of health and they are holy water. What do you do?
Ban Okada.
So how prepared are you? Be your business in your own personal life. You see somebody running a business and she's making out there talk about money. She's making millions and not be struggling. The man that means the most in her life, just like the man messes up her life. He messes up. He said, people, there's a man that people office. And I know time for that 2 of the children are not hi, speak me. Money. They just everything. So because I prepared. When life happens to you, how ready after that breaking? Obviously, you are carrying away why not just by reading on the bed. It's the same in Nigerians. I think 90% of Nigerians are one crisis away from being born. Sure,
Very true. One major health crisis.
For me, how better? And so my challenge is that we need to prepare. And that's one person. So that's why we are into this concept of resilience. So when life happens to you, you bend or you break. When life happens to your business, is your business going to break or is your business going to break? So this is the simplest way to explain resilience. When you throw a bomb on the wall, what happens? Don't say that you're not going to fall. If you ever say that life will not beat you, life will. But resilience is your capacity. So I don't know when you fall, you don't stay there. Your capacity to walk. For business to bounce back. I think I saw something online and I was happy. I think one of the things is called cover. They've been able to walk. At least if you get effort to walk, bounce back. Mr. Wale uploaded a picture of that's resilience. How long will it take you to bounce back? How long? Your capacity to bounce back. This is an example of resilience. Your capacity to grow when things are hard. Your capacity to grow when things are difficult. Resilience. Your capacity to withstand the storms of life. Resilience. This is another picture. Your business, how resilient is that thing you're building? That money flow, how resilient is it? This, your capacity. When your family, you having family challenges, maybe 3 of your children are not the same week, fell sick. How resilient are you that doesn't affect other part of your life? So men, because they are family in them, they just come to the business and talk to a guy. I'm not resilient. That's resilience. So let's go. So let's look at this definition. Resilience is the ability to recover from setback, adapt well to change, keep going, and choose not to give up in the face of adversity. So we can emerge stronger, wiser, and what? This key is the most important attack there. The business are going to last, and the businesses, not because we know that they have more money, more funds. See, in life, it's the people that know how to be flexible and know how to adapt well. Change that will go far. How flexible are you? That's flexible. So it's also for him. So the capacity of individuals, communities, institutions, businesses, systems to survive, adapt, improve conditions no matter what, how calling the stresses are, and acting to shock the experience. Shockers and shock the world. Shock the world. And when life designs it there, It's going to come when you don't expect, and from an angle you don't want. That was the truth. No matter how strong you are, it's coming. But the only thing you can do is what? Prepare. Build mental posture and build mental agility. Right? So advancing despite adversity. So life doesn't get easier. You are the one that will get stronger. That's why I say get stronger, get stronger, get stronger, get stronger, get stronger, get stronger. So life doesn't get easier. Life isn't going to get easier or more forgiving. When you were 10 years old and now, which one was more easier? When you were 10 years old and now, which one was more easier? Yeah. So there you go. Alright, so how resilience is about surviving. How you respond when it's happening. Alright? Then how you adapt. Alright? How you adjust, because when life happens, at that point, you have to learn, you have to think of how you are going to respond. Respond as to mean that how you see what is happening. If you see that my life is over, you cannot adapt to it. And you adjusting, then you recover and you try. Survive, adapt, recover. Let's go again.
Survive, adapt, recover, try.
Don't forget that again.
Survive, adapt, recover, strive.
When life happens, you just remember, I'm going to survive this. I'm going to adapt. I'm going to recover. Alright, so this is what we call the wheel of resilience. Resilient people set goals with realistic expectations. I had nothing with the money you are calling. I hope it is very realistic. I hope when I mean realistic, I'm not saying that you should definitely want people come to within what we call reality check. You don't set goals in the air. Have you done reality check? They don't set goals because based on desire. No, how does it fit into the reality of the environment? Because that is going to shock you. So when your goals are putting environment reality in check, it's easier to set what goals that will try. Respect people have a healthy self-esteem. I say self-esteem is simply the reputation you have with yourself. So when you are compromising, you are doing something wrong, you know it is wrong. You are dropping your what? Reputation with your what? And now I said that's a entrepreneur. Everything you do matters. When you are doing something that is wrong, you are doing your what? Right? Resilient people learn from mistakes. When life happens, you don't say, why me? Why my business? No. I hope I'm able to get to that, how to reframe. Right? So resilient people accept their own strength and understand and accept their own struggle. They have self-control. They are willing to overcome challenges rather than overcome. They have optimistic thinking patterns. Okay? Alright, so let's go. How to build resilience. Let me see how much of this I can cover. Just let me know when it's finished so I can. Alright, so to build resilience, emotional intelligence, energy management, building the right connections, building the right perspective, then purpose, values, and strength. I was happy when he was talking about vision and focus. So I love it. I think they have done very part of that. So look at this. If you can take pictures of this, please take pictures of this now. Resilience model. So for perspective, how are you able to positively reframe negative experiences? You must learn as an entrepreneur. You must know this skill you must have. You must be able to recognize what you know you cannot change. Most times, the reason why people are frustrated in business is because they are trying to change what cannot change. You are living an imperfect world. You are not as just reality. There are things that are beyond your control. I tell people, focus on the things you can control. When you focus on the things you can control, what you cannot control will fall in line. Alright? So let's go. Emotional intelligence. So simply your ability to balance your thinking with your emotion. Okay? In the ability to recognize and understand your emotions and your skill at using this awareness to manage yourself and the relationship with others. So your capacity to blend your feeling and thinking to make optimal decisions with the key of having successful relationship with yourself and with others. It's very critical, okay? If you've not gone for an emotional intelligence training, please learn fast.ng. It's very important. We will not be able to do too much time. But these are the 4 competencies of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, and relationship management. So I'm going to show a little bit about self-awareness now. See, you must understand yourself, you must know yourself. I say, know yourself.
Know yourself.
You must know who you are due to your emotions and who you have become because of your emotions. Emotions are driving you per time. You are making decisions because of how you feel, most times not because of how you think. But you are thinking, you are making decisions because of how you feel. And that's why life is hitting you. Sales people know this very well. But they want the trigger your feelings more. So, one of the things you need to know is your personality. Now, our results is a transformation of our personality, IQ and EQ. You can hardly change personalities or any form, most times difficult to change. IQ also, because I think by the age of 7, you almost cannot do it. If you are a parent here, I want to advise you from the age of 7 to 7, take your children seriously. Pregnant women in organized in countries like Israel, they have culture, they have a culture, and it's using the result they're having. Their children, their people, they have high IQ. Why? When they are pregnant, they are doing their major things they tell their pregnant women to do. Number 1, you want to increase the IQ of your child. Number 1, are you ready? Pregnant women, all of them school. They show the school. Number 2, they solve mathematics. Number 3, they learn musical instrument. There's something it does to help. They are more understand to be able to share. So IQ. Now this one too cannot is still called to change. But EI is easy to change. So whatever the weakness of your personality, remember you must understand your personality type and your weaknesses and strength, because you now know how to make up for these weaknesses with your what? EI. The weakness of your IQ. Your IQ now, you can't do anything to it again. Don't form. I'm sorry. It's for the only way you can make up is what? Yeah. Alright, so because of time, you cannot do this. I'm sorry. We have just done check your personality today. It's a personality test. How can they do it? Because I already want them to do it. I don't know. Okay, let's try. Let's try. And when we are done, people that would want to wait after you take it. So every personality has strengths and weaknesses. So let's say your personality falls here. You feel like you have strength, working with others is your strength. You make common sense to yourself, you are very adaptable. For someone like this, it's easy to be more resilient. But this person has weaknesses. That's usually long-term commitment. So you want to frustrate him, not put him in long-term commitment, be frustrated. Alright? Does not take criticism well. Alright? Then it takes these two personalities. So sometimes in this, that the personality is ESFP. You understand that this is your weaknesses. You understand your weaknesses, so you understand what to do to make up for these weaknesses. Do you understand? So at the end of it, we will do this. So there are 12 personality types. So you do your SWOT analysis as an entrepreneur. Concentrate on your strength, recognize your weaknesses, evaluate your opportunities that come with your personality, and research your threats. You understand, it's like business and battle. You have to be more strategic. Another thing you must be aware of is your human psychological need. Every human being, there are 6 basic psychological needs. Some of us you are high on 2, you are dominant on 2. Some of you, your psychological need is certainty. You have to be sure. If you are not sure, once you are not there, you are not sure, you start having issues. Because people, they don't like certainty. They like you to put them in a business that there's what reality. They want to try something new. They always want to try something new. They're in somewhere that there's stability for too long. They get easily frustrated. See, they are only significant. You want to be significant. So everybody's love and connection, that's their psychological need. So everybody's contribution, they have to be in a place that they are constantly contributing to the frustrated. So they have to be in a place that they have to go. If your business is not making you to go, you have to position yourself for serious frustration. So if you are entrepreneur, you must understand your main reason why you are not flowing. You are not in your flow is because of you are out of your psychological need. Your business is not feeding your psychological need. So, entrepreneurs, please, even if your business is not positioned, it's not feeding your psychology, and all of that, I can't stay long. So please take note of these things and go and look at it. Okay, let's go. Which one is your psychological need? Here. Growth. And what else there are two? How do we know is that whenever you are in something like this, let's say your uncertainty, you're always asking yourself, you can't change this thing sure. You want to be sure. But it's all platform. So most entrepreneurs, if you know some most people that can't be entrepreneurs, most times their psychological need is certainty. They want to be doing a sure job, sure salary. They want to be in a place where alright, so like that, the person goes into entrepreneurship. The person has to find a way to have something that is sure. Maybe the wife has a consistent salary. You must be a balance in your life. Listen, these are the little things that actually kill businesses. So 70, alright, so these are the explanations for psychological wellness. Okay, so let's go emotional wellness. So talking about number 1, personality, number 2, psychological, and number 3, emotional wellness. Now, the brain is divided into 3 according to developmental process. The hindbrain, the midbrain, and the forebrain. The hindbrain, this white part, is called the instinctive brain. It's developed between the age of 2 and 5. Plus or minus 2, depending on your genetic composition and your nutrition and your lifestyle. So for children, their instinctive brain is formed between the age of 2 and 5. And now I beg brain, between the age of 0 and 5, it is 7, please do everything you can to expose your children to things. Let me ask you a question. Why is it that when you, let's do an example. If you are watching a movie with your children, let's say they all are below 7, and they are about to show a sex scene, what would you do?
Close.
So how would you do?
My children are already on auto setting that whenever that comes up, they turn around and say that you know what?
That is the first time it happened. What you did something now.
I did something that must have.
So why? Why? Actually, it's just said, why you say, why you put in the eye of it? You definitely why. Why now?
It depends on the child.
Because it will start defining the actions.
Defining their actions, right? So you know that whatever that child sees, the child will become. Sorry, right? Yes. The child sees, the child will practice. The child sees, the child will struggle with it, right? Now you don't want it to see. What are the other things? They allow your child to see anyhow, but you don't pay attention to it. And what do you have to be smarter? If this was struggling with today because of the things you saw, you allow your child to see poverty anyhow. And you think your child will not struggle with it. But you don't know. Your child is seeing poverty anyhow, like easy. But you don't know that that thing is entering the child is becoming it. You know the child will struggle with it tomorrow. You let your child see failure. See your failures. You see, when they go to jail, you just say you go to buy something and you make some more mistake. Come on, sit down there. See failure anyhow. Many of us usually are stronger because we're not intelligent. But because of what? Something has happened to your program when you're a child. Your instinct for wealth is low. I see some people. You see this guy. I know you have some friends that they are stupidly rich, some people that are really, really rich, like really. But when you tell them like, I guess this was this guy. True. I don't see that people are really intelligent people now, but they are still poor. Like you have the kind of money you are rich, you know. Yeah. And you know, like do you know why? Why watch these people? In their childhood, they experienced it, even though with their parents, but there was a level of exposure that is wealth. What are you exposing your child to? Because it's forming the place of the subconscious. And you see to double and poor. whether they are poor. Which is something that they don't even smart at you and they are well to get something about you. Now, this is the reason why. And these things are beyond your control. You really beyond your control. You know aware. Because your mind is divided into two, the conscious mind and what? Subconscious mind. You all know this, right? This controls 90% of your life, yeah? This controls what? 10% of your life, yeah? Now let's do something. Now let's try to understand what I do. Everybody breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Out. People can do this for the next 5 hours.
That's what we do now.
This stuff and you're breathing out and for the next 5 hours don't stop. We struggle, right? Even one of us said you struggle, right? But you're doing 26 money. What is the difference between this money and 26 money and what they don't give you now?
We use more energy for conscious.
So one of it is what? Conscious. The other one is what?
Subconscious.
You have been successfully breathing and you are not even aware. This is money. All of this one, you became aware that you want to breathe and you are struggling. You have been drinking that water, you don't let the water enter my intestine. Enter my brain. You don't even know where it's entering, but it's entering. What is controlling that part of your life? You go to toilet, a lot of things are, your body is flowing anyhow. It's like all the cells are moving. More, it's everything. Your nervous system is working. That's why when they you are saying, it's not possible. God designed you. You are a process machine by design. You are succeeding every split second. You're not aware. Subconscious. Now listen. Successful entrepreneurs have learned how to succeed from the place of the subconscious. Every part of the life they are struggling, you are still in the place of the conscious. Once that thing you are trying to enter your subconscious mind, you bring effortlessly. Now this is where I'm going to. The language of the conscious mind is what? The language of the subconscious mind is energy. I don't know that this person, I don't know if she has a bad vibe. You know? Now you know what you are saying, but you know what you are saying. What you are saying is that the energy that is losing out on the person's subconscious, the person may not even be aware. Because what? Subconscious is what? Now, life is energy. The universe is energy. We are all energy. The energy you are putting out is energy that is coming back to you. And this subconscious mind is a function of what you have been programmed to do. So you, at a time when your problem by what is coming is poverty. When you wake up in the morning, you say, I'm going to that's all you are seeing. Your reality. What is forming? Your brain and everything. They send you home for school fees, everything. Poverty, failure, introgression, everything there. What is the energy you're putting out? When this person is programmed with poverty, failure, struggle, it is difficult, it is hard, hatred, anger. What we are talking about now? No matter what the intelligence here, this one will be sabotaging it. So you see, highly intelligent people, I know people that are intelligent. And like this intelligence is not commensurate. And people are not intelligent, like more like my name. Even the person who he knows that is God, but he cannot be wrong. So much, there's something about life that draws wealth. They attract relationships that are wealthy. There are no opportunities to make wealth. Why? Because the energy they are using out is what? What energy are you using out? Many of us are using out energy of scarcity. It's showing you your thinking, your language. So life is not presenting. Energy you are is a failure. You can't survive, it's difficult. So what is this you have to do? Reality check. What is wrong in your subconscious? Programming consciousness, awareness. Alright? So I'm just saying that for your children, you want to raise, I tell them, black woman, is he a black man or a white man? He's black. His inside is white.
Yeah.
When he was raised by his grandparents who are what?
White.
He's a white man. Inside is subconscious. So for your children, you have to start giving your children. Now I didn't complete that tree. Because at the end of that tree, what actually programs your perception, your memory, your beliefs, your values are four things. We call them before it. Environment, exposure, experiences. So you need to rewire your mind. You want to rewire your mind. You have to be conscious of these things. So for the results you have, you want. For the results you want. You have to ask yourself, what environment can wire me for this result? Your children, that will have putting your children. You want your child to become a presidential material. You have to start exposing that child to presidential. You want your child to be IQ. You want to produce the next Mark Zuckerberg for children. You can do it from 0 to 7 exposure environment. One check it. Dangote is your dear man. He had exposure. I think he said his uncle was the first man. You will find a connection. The what thing just happened. What thing just happened? Why is that the richest man in Nigeria? Now, we're not saying that if you learn, they raise you in Apoliki village. That's coach, it's done here. No. The brain is neuroplastic. Everybody, the brain is neuroplastic. It can be reformed. My slide don't go far. Alright. So I said that because I wanted you to. Alright, now the big brain is what we call the emotional brain, and the forebrain is the thinking brain. The emotional brain is formed between the age of 12 and 15, plus or minus 2. Yeah. So the emotions, this brain, this part of the brain, what they call the limbic system. Memory also is called there. So memory and emotions. Then now I said, parents, teenagers cannot think. Why? All they have is what? Emotional brain. When I mean I'm not saying that they're not intelligent, I'm saying that they cannot have the capacity to judge. When they're in a situation, they are controlling what their emotions. They act purely by how they feel. If you can't connect with them emotionally, you lose them. But that's what we are going to. Whatever happens to you, the signals first gets to your instinctive brain, then it moves to your what? Emotional brain, and it moves to your what? Thinking brain. Now watch it. Once this signal gets here, you act. So many people are acting from here, not from here. Emotional intelligence is your capacity to allow this thing get to here before you act. And people say they act before they think. What they are saying, they are what? They act from this place, not from what? And it's not their fault. We have been wired to react emotionally. A larger part of your life was what? You only have this to work with. So you've been acting from here for many years. So it is said scientifically that you have to pause. Once you pause for 6 seconds, the signals can get to what? So when life happens to you, you pause. Take a second look before you act. We say stress is the way. Stress happens because you are responding the way. So if you need to change your response, when life happens to you, no matter what happens to you, take a pause. Take a second look before you react. Always take a second look. When life happens to you, take a second look. Are we there? Everybody look up. I want to show us something now. I want to show you something. Immediately I show you, please everybody do it, please. Everybody please. Look at this. Everything quickly. If I everybody. Quickly. Everybody quickly. Who got it? You did not. I said you did not. No. Before you walk. I just talked to that whatever happens in life, pause to take a word. Second before you walk. But I triggered your action, the emotion by saying what? Quickly. The word quickly, it triggers what? Haste. Anxiety. When you get stressed, you're stressing your fingers. I think when you're stressed, no matter what happens to you, to be emotionally intelligent means that what? When life second look at everything. Yes, something has happened, but you made a loss. There's another way. I'm waiting there. Perception. No event of life has one meaning. If you are getting stressed, anxious, or worried, it's because of the perception you are taking around here is the wrong perception. Take for example, they were in a plane and this man had 3 children, and those children were making noise. They were shouting. So as the plane was taking off, people got frustrated, like, hello sir, stop. We're stopping these stuff now. These children are making noise. And the man just said something. Sorry, I'm sorry. These children just lost their mother and I. What do you think will happen that way?
Everybody will come.
What changed?
That's right.
And maybe like,
Take a second.
Take a second thought.
Alright, so emotional awareness, let me look at this. As an entrepreneur, this is now very, very critical. The times that we are in is getting tougher. Even the Bible says it. Perilous times are what? Please, entrepreneurs, take this important. Now, your emotions has 4 components. Look at this very well. Emotional intelligence. Your emotions have 4 components. Number 1, when life happens to you, the first thing is the sense of purpose, the interpretation you are giving to that situation. Once you interpret a situation, you interpret a significant life event as stress, the emotion of our strength, the emotion of fear, the feeling. Feeling is the chemical. So emotion has 4 components. The first one is what? Your interpretation of what has happened. It is your interpretation that determines the feelings that will be released, the chemical that will be released in your body. Do you understand? Once the chemicals are released, it's called what they call bodily arousal. So if you are afraid now, your eyes will just come up. Your physiology will change. You understand? If you're angry, you start breathing. You get something will change about your physiology. This one is automatic. This one is automatic. Once you interpret something wrongly, the chemical of that interpretation will go what? Once the chemical is released, what will happen? Your body will respond. These two, you cannot change it. Then once your body responds, you start social expression. The only place you can control it is here and here. If you don't interpret life well, you don't build a mental posture that helps you see life from the right angle, you will always keep releasing the wrong chemical. Then your physiology will affect your physiology. Then you'll be expressing the wrong way. People express anger differently. So when people fear, they express fear differently. So fear, it could be fight, flight, or freeze. So it's not that a dog is coming and the person is like, that's freeze. But then when they don't see them, they're looking for stick. I will break your head, they respond differently. When you can control it is what? Here and here. So sometimes, because you have been programmed in a particular over the years, you may not be able to easily control this easily until you pause. So once you pause, like, no, I'm not interpreting this thing well. You have to what way, how can I interpret this well? So let's say you had a loss in your business, or you lost a client, and the next temptation is for you to start maybe self-pity, or start getting angry with yourself, or start getting angry with the person that caused the mistake. But once you start asking yourself, where else can I see this? What can I learn from this? It changes immediately the way you interpret. And this thought process is first. Now, you may not perfect this at once. Sometimes when you will catch yourself is here. When you catch yourself is here. When you catch yourself, wherever you catch yourself, as long as you're not gotten to here, you can change it. So when you catch yourself here, you cannot change how you express it. So as a man, maybe you are very angry when you slap your staff, or you not remember social expression. You can just pause and take a walk. You understand? So sometimes I compare my teach people mindfulness. Now, you know that your physiology, your body and your mind is related. Now what do I mean? Anger is associated with breathing fast and short breath. So if you breathe deeply, your anger level cannot rise above that. And you start reducing. So you're already angry and start doing quickly. Under the control. You're getting anxious, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, it will drop. Because fast breathing and short breath is associated with anger and anxiety. Do you understand? Any question? Alright, look at this. Emotional awareness. Every emotions are messengers. Every emotion has a purpose. And as entrepreneurs, you must use emotions as tools for effectiveness. Anger is for you to fight problems. Let's say you got to your office, you now got somebody that bumbled into your office and tried to steal. What will happen to you? You'll be angry, Abby. Let's say you got home and you saw one stupid boy trying to talk to your daughter. What will you do? You'll be angry, right? Anger is for you to fight problems. Even Bible said, well, be angry. But say, well, don't sin. Anger is a good emotion. If you use it right. Fear is to protect you from danger. But look at this. What is not here? These are the 8 basic emotions, and every other emotion is the combination of one or two of these. So, like anxiety is the combination of fear and anticipation. Alright? So, every emotion is a combination, but there are 8 basic emotions. But there's no love here. Why?
I was about asking.
There's no love. God, love is not an emotion. Love is who you are. Ever say I am love? Love is your very existence. You are created in the likeness of God. God is what? Love. You are love. But the question is, what is love? And this is the one on the bedrock of emotional resilience. As an entrepreneur, you must understand this skill. And you must be able to bring yourself back to this thing. Love is simple. Love is accepting yourself regardless. Somebody asked a question about not liking a business. You may not like your business, but you can love that business. So you are finding it difficult to really flow with this business. You may not like it, but you can love it. What does it mean to love? Accepting regardless. Accepting, when you say you love yourself, you are accepting yourself regardless of what you have or what you don't have. Regardless of what has happened, what has not happened. Regardless of the mistakes you have made, what you have made. Now, we are designed to operate from love. Once you operate outside of love, you begin to malfunction. Your love zone is your God zone. God is love. Now, what is the definition of love? Is what? What is the opposite of love? By this definition. What's the opposite of love?
It's rejecting.
What's the opposite of love? The opposite of love is fear. Once you read your love zone, right now what they call what? Fear zone. And the Bible says there is no fear in love. Perfect love casts out what? All fear. Fear is the mother of every negative emotion. When you don't accept yourself, when something happens in your business, you don't accept yourself regardless, you enter into the zone called what? Fear. Everybody say, I love myself. I fully and completely accept and love myself. So there's no time. I'll show you the video. I'll show you behavioral patterns. You have to be aware of the behavioral patterns that drive the results in your life. Alright? Fear, worry, anxiety, you have to accept yourself. Don't have self-awareness. I'm not even going to self-awareness. Alright? Look at behavioral patterns. So, boss, when life happens to you, instead of getting angry and agitated and upset, ask yourself, what can this event is? What is this event trying to teach me? Every event is a learning point. And in life, there are no failure, there are what? Feedback. Failure is a tool in business. So at the rush of emotion, you have to pause and turn on the inner lights. Ask yourself some critical questions. Now you understand that emotions, when you feel it's just chemical in your body, what chemical is in my body right now? Once you see that way, you are in control of yourself. Well, I'm an energetic speaker. So the next one is perspective. When things are going bad, it is human nature to see more of the negative than the positive. Human nature, right? So like also you must master the skill of asking yourself, what are the positives in this area? Every problem opens new doors for opportunities. If you focus more on the problem, you will not see the opportunities. Alright? So you must emphasize the positive. And our gratitude is important. Once you start, when you start, you may not get it. But keep on pressing. Actually, what are the positive in this situation? What are the opportunities? The answer to your solution is inside of you. But the only way you can unlock that answer is by asking the right questions. I tell people the answer is in questions. And the quality of your questions will determine the quality of the answers you get. When you ask yourself these empowering questions, why is this happening to me now? Why me? What did I do wrong? What are you doing? You are what? Disempowering yourself with questions. So you need to place the magnifying the down. So magnifying situations that God had it for many people. Now they behave up, something goes wrong. Things are not always as bad as they seem. So now you have to practice what we call mindfulness. Mindfulness is you take your mind away from the past and the future and you focus on the present. All of this you can do when you are going through situations, you don't pause. Just focus on your breath. I mean, there was time with that exercise some mindfulness practice now to just help you understand. Well, let's do it so that I can help you. Everybody close your eyes. Mindfulness, everybody close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes. Don't think about anything. Pay attention to your breath. Also pay attention to your breath. And when your mind tries to wander, just bring your mind back. Don't judge yourself. Don't bring your mind back. Pay attention to your breath. Just take your time. So don't think about anything. Don't think about what Mr. Dennis just said. No. Just think about just follow your breath. Yeah. Just calm down. As you pay attention to your breath, you start feeling a feeling, not the feeling of calm. As you hear my voice, you start feeling a feeling of calm. Don't sleep. Alright, come back. Make up time, okay? But you start relaxing, alright?
Yes.
As an example, even if it's just for 5 minutes, do this exercise. Right? When you have done, you capture your thoughts. Because your mind is like a thought, but the thoughts just pop up from your mind. So you have to be able to take your thought. Don't worry about your thoughts and just drop it and focus on the present. So mindfulness. Paying attention in a particular way with a purpose to the present in a non-judgmental way. Okay? So you see, your thoughts actually, okay, for example, let's say you greet Mr. Wale now, and Mr. Wale does not answer you. Maybe as you just enter here now in the morning, and you greeted him and he does not answer you. Be honest.
Me now, I'll maybe find an excuse, maybe you didn't hear me.
Now, do you understand? The event that happened was the same event. But look at what nobody said the same thing. So you understand that the thoughts that comes to your mind, alright, are not really, it's not really what's happening. You don't know what's happening to you. When life happens, that's how thoughts comes to your mind. And so you need to understand how to understand that those thoughts, see thoughts as events. If you don't see them as events, they're not provoke you. So when I see that, maybe I'm not welcome there, and maybe the man is you understand? Your thoughts creates when you feel. When you feel, the happens what's in everybody. And I tell people, whoever controls your emotion controls your life. Yeah. And you know it way. So, recognizing your thoughts, that your thoughts are not facts. You must understand. You don't know the fact of what is happening in his life. You just thought you're not welcome. You don't know, maybe he's busy. Who said he's busy? Your thoughts are not facts. What you are thinking is not fact, that's not the truth. What you think about Nigeria is not a fact. And you say Nigeria is bad. Somebody is going to Nigeria, they have more money in this country. The same Nigeria says it's difficult. Somebody is saying, this is the best place to do business. There are no policies, there are no regulations. So what you are thinking is, so if what you are thinking is disempowering, you drop it. Meditation. So meditation just dissolving the problems and look at the results. So this way, these are things I want you. Reframe your thoughts. Understand your thoughts are not facts. So reframe them. See, some situations are full of it's your own thought. It's you that decide what you do. Choose thoughts that empower you. Choose interpretation that empowers you. Alright, so you need to recognize, you have to be aware of your thoughts. Okay, so one of the ways to reframe thoughts, the ways you have to recognize them, identify them, then you challenge the thoughts, then you reframe them.
My time is up. She's a round of applause.
Oh, let's appreciate him once more. Alright, next
I
up.
have question.
Okay.
Okay, another case study myself. So, I've been in photography for like 9 years, and it was self-taught. Now, before I have any shoot, this is not a big shoot. This is like, I know I'm coming here, nothing is changing yet. I've been here before. Now, apart from that, if for example I'm going to photograph a wedding, I'm always scared like I'm not good enough. Now, it happens all the time. The pros and cons is, if I'm not scared, I always fuck up because I get too confident, I lose guard, and I just discover something goes wrong. But if I am so scared, like, hey, am I good enough? I go back and check everything. I go on YouTube, I check again, okay, then it goes well. In fact, maybe like half of the shoot, I will never be comfortable, like, okay, I'm doing this well. So, is there like any negative act to that?
So the issue with that is this. I've listened to you now, I've taken two belief systems. Number one, the belief system is that you think you're not good enough.
Okay.
Number two, you think that you are not, you have come to the point where you have believed that you are
That
not
they are
scared,
not
you are not going to perform. So the question is, how does that help? Let's say you get opportunities that actually does not, okay, take for example, you know that belief is already not true. Are you scared? Yeah?
That's what I did.
No, but let's challenge that belief. Are you scared here?
No.
Will you perform well?
Yes.
So, see that I believe is something not good.
And
So, since our day, we're going to reframe it.
I guess reason for this one.
Why you the answer that you need to reframe that belief before it's sabotage, what it calls self-sabotaging beliefs. That somebody is self-sabotaging. So, see a professional, we help you reframe it. Santos.
Don't believe it.
No belief. Alright, what another question?
Okay, this is Nigeria. My question is this: who really needs a shrink?
Who really
Needs a shrink?
is shrink around?
A therapist.
Who needs?
Who needs? This is Nigeria, where the average person is technically mad. I've lived in Lagos before. I moved out of Lagos, and when I was here, I know that a lot of people actually mad. Yes. Very, very mad. Seriously. One of the
In advanced nations, most organizations have stationary therapists. Who are most people billionaires? Billionaire. And who are
serious.
most organizations have organizations like what we call, we offer organizations employee assistance programs where staff, anytime you are having emotional imbalances or mental, not mental challenges, once you are getting straight, you're able to adapt immediately to seek help immediately. Because most times we think that I myself I have a coach, I have you understand? So mental health itself is a journey, it's not a destination. Right? Because as you grow older, it challenges new level. You understand? So one of the things I didn't get to, one of the ways you can get to boost connection of strength. You must have people that we trust strength. Because we can't be, there's nothing like dependence, we need interdependence. So if you want to survive, you want to try, you want to build relationships like this. Our relationship is building relationship with therapists, you need a coach. He's always emphasizing that. It's all of you, you need a coach. It's very important. Someone that can help you see another perspective. Someone that challenges your beliefs. It's a good investment, very good. Thank you.
All right.
So how do you change?
What's that picture with the Virgin CEO for?
Sir?
What was that picture for with Richard Branson?
Yeah, in top CEOs, they've mastered perception. Now, he found his staff sleeping. 3 workers, and look at him. Now, if you don't manage your employee assistance now, what is it you get?
If you try this in Nigeria,
You're fired.
Without that paying for,
I read about this. This is happening. I think he will give him something.
I know this
Time to rest.
Try to rest.
Yes, If you work in the UK, especially in the banking sector, maybe fund management, because you're dealing with numbers, especially after your break, there's tendency you might, and then you are working with numbers, you might make mistakes. And one thing about financial world is 40 is different from 0 to 4.
Yeah.
So they have a room where you can relax. So you can tell your boss, I'm getting tired of everything I try to do that. So it is like I said, environment. So it gives them, they just take a break. I just say, oh, I'm tired, or they just.
You understand mental health.
They understand
Our mental health is madness.
Domesticated. That was why I asked that.
But like that, we say
And
that
now,
they say banana. Some people
Go.
now somehow, we need to talk about Nigeria because there's no kind of button there. But for now, please yourself and your business. Please, and all of this, you must also learn to practice as an entrepreneur. Always focus on the things you can control. We have been wired to always disturb ourselves. If you want to master your focus on the things you can control. So at every situation, ask yourself, what is under my control? You understand? Please, because of the question that somebody asked, let me show you something. There's a lot of things I've not gotten to, a lot of things. So I'm sorry. But it's I'm going to one of them just show you. Now, as an entrepreneur, you must understand, it is not success that makes you happy. It is happiness that creates success. And happiness is an art and a science because happiness are chemicals. Major happiness chemicals is dopamine, serotonin, endorphin, and what? Oxytocin. Dopamine is released when you don't wait till the destination before you appreciate and reward yourself. When you reward yourself for the little progress that you are making, when you celebrate yourself for the little process you are what? You have achieved for the day. Like today you came and you learned to appreciate yourself, celebrate yourself. I look fantastic. Already big. You understand? I look good. For me to be a CEO, you praise yourself. So dopamine is what? Release. Once you drop low on dopamine, you start having problems. Alright, go and start the rest.
How do you bring up your